If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
Been asking if they get found, if Carmelo Anthony is found guilty of murder, will you back him up? And they said the white people go with their own, so we're going to go with our own. By the way, white people do not go with their own, first of all, which sucks. And second of all, we would never support a murderer who killed a child in cold blood. Murder is wrong whether it be black on white or white on black. But it just so happens it's 41 times more likely for it to be black on white than white on black. So we need to address these issues and fix them. We want black people back in church. Put the blacks back in church. Stop listening to this hypnotic, lean drinking, disgusting degeneracy and selling your souls to the devil, and go back to church. Jesus wants you home. We want the black brothers Americans to be with us again in this American family. But as it stands right now, they're not good family members and they're excommunicated. Even asking welfare state people that don't care
Owen
about
Richard,
God,
journalist on the ground
they don't care about their responsibility
here in Los Angeles.
Public sidewalk. Put the blacks back in church. Get them out of the trap house. You guys are disgusting culture. Celebrating drug dealing. Celebrating home invasion. Celebrating armed robbery. The BET Award is celebrating degeneracy. It looks like a bunch of prostitutes are dressed up in there.
The scene, guys, is escalating.
Fix your culture. You are poisoning your own youth, and then keep on killing each other. Black culture. And you know why? It's because black parents are failures. You have failed your sons and daughters. You have been fatherless. The fatherless epidemic in the black community. The fatherless epidemic in the black community has an all-time high. The fatherless people that celebrate that violence. That's how you were raised. Because your parents failed you. Your parents failed you.
Your mama failed you, bitch. His mother failed him. What do you mean?
You're not a soldier. We know that's your second nature. How you've been raised.
This boy right here, I'm talking about, went to the BET Awards where black folks is at and got to yelling out racial slurs, talking about, your culture is disgusting. This is what he said about black people and their culture. Black parents failed their children. This is what Jake Lang is yelling out his mouth to any black person that will listen. Now look, I gotta be 100, right? Okay, I understand. Y'all want the freedom of speech, right? And when I say y'all, I'm talking about these right-wing activists, these undercover racists and undercover prejudiced white people, right? But look, understand something. The only reason why they talk about they want this freedom of speech is because they want to be able to call you a nigger freely. They want to be able to call you a nigger to your face without any consequences. For an example, Chud the Builder. That was his whole demonstration. You see, hey, it's freedom of speech. I get to call you a nigger if I want to. And if you get mad, you chimping out. Come on, you're violent black people, right? So they believe in their mind that it's okay to call black people niggers, right? And to treat black people less than themselves, right? And they'll say that, they expect that, hey, look, you guys shouldn't get mad at that. You should be okay with me calling you a nigger because I have freedom of speech. But look, I just wonder, why is it that when a person call a Jewish person out their name, nobody ain't got nothing to say about it? You see, When somebody talk about the Holocaust, ain't nobody got nothing to say about it. You know, they show compassion, right? They show compassion. You can't be anti-Semitic, right? Yeah, that was a bad, oh, I feel for those people. But let a black person talk about slavery. Oh, come on, that was years ago. It didn't happen to you, right? This is what they tell black people. Hey, you wasn't enslaved. It didn't happen to you. But allow a Jewish person to say, oh man, the Holocaust. You know what they do? They hug them, they rub them. Oh, that was it's bad history. I mean, I feel for your ancestors. I know that, it did trauma to you mentally and emotionally. I'm sorry that happened. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not bringing, I'm showing y'all an analogy, right? I'm not trying to, discredit what happened to the Jewish people, because that was messed up. You see what I'm saying? And I feel they pain. Look, man, they did them cold-blooded. They did them like they did us. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to speak down on them or nothing like that, but I'm just giving y'all an example of the differences. For them, it's all, that was bad. For us, get over it. That was years ago, right? And this is what Jake Lang and Chud the Builder, this is their whole demonstration. They can't stand African Americans. And they can't stand what they consider our culture. Let me make something clear to all you white wing, racist, prejudiced, undercovers, and outspoken. Let me make something clear to you. If you believe that black culture is a culture of violence, right? If you believe that our culture consists of gang banging, people shooting, stabbing, beating, robbing, manipulating, taking advantage of women, sexually, just everything that harms. If you believe that is our culture, which that is not our culture, because that is not culture. That's just a bunch of fools, doing foolish things. But let's just say, for the sake of their argument, that is our culture. Allow me to talk about white culture. And before I talk about white culture, let me say this right here, and I need to be clear about this. These prejudiced white people, these racist white people are not the mass majority of white people. Okay? I just need to clarify that. They're a small percentage of them. But they're loud and they're proud. Just like there's a small percentage of black people that do all this madness that people put a magnifying glass on and say, hey, look, it's all of them. All of them act like that. And that is untrue, right? But let's just say, right, for the sake of their argument, that we are a violent culture. Well, let's talk about white culture. Let's talk about King Leopold of Belgium. He is reported to have had 10 million, not 10,000, not 10, I said 10 million black people killed. And the reason for all this killing right here is because it was a rubber thing. They was extracting rubber from Africa, and they wanted the Africans that they enslaved over there to meet quotas. And if the Africans didn't meet their quotas, what they would do is they would starve them to death. Put them all in a room and don't feed them. Don't give them no water, no nothing until they die. And let all the other Africans look and watch and say, look, if you don't meet your quotas, this what's going to happen to you. And even in that right there just wasn't enough for these bloodthirsty Europeans. If they didn't meet their quotas, what they would do is they would behead these Africans. Cut their heads off. You see? But not only that though. That wasn't even enough for these bloodthirsty Europeans. If Africans didn't meet their quotas, you know what they would do? they would chop their hands and feet off in front of the rest of the Africans and let them see and say, hey, look, this person right here didn't meet his quota, and that's why this person ain't got no hand or hands. Check it out. These are your peoples. These are your ancestors. Killing men, women, and children for profit. Right, these are your peoples. I guess that's not violent enough for you because you're so bloodthirsty. I guess that right there is not violent. You want to forget about that. You don't want to talk about that right there. You don't want to talk about the slave trade or anything like that. And I can hear you right now. Y'all probably saying, the prejudice ones and the racist ones. You're probably saying, hey, that has nothing to do with Americans. Americans don't do stuff like that. Well, hey, we can talk about the European American atrocities against humanity as well. Let's talk about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? Who in their right mind would drop a nuclear bomb on men, women, children, and the elderly? 2 of them, not just one, 2 of them, killing over 250,000 men, women, children, and elderly. You don't want to talk about that though, right? That's not violent right there. That's what we call war, hood educated. That's not violent. I thought when you at war, you go at your enemy, not the innocent. They drop these bombs on innocent people. I'm talking about cities filled with people. But no, black people is violent. Show me where we dropped a nuclear bomb on somebody. Show me where we did that. Show me where we took a whole race of people and enslaved them. A whole race. I'm talking about, and I've turned them upside down and still can't stand them. Just show me that right there. Just show me that. I'll be quiet if you can do that. But you can't. You see? You can't do that. But I can tell you about your people and your ancestors. Right? Let's talk about slavery here. No, you don't want to hear that. Y'all don't like that. Feeding children to alligators. Hanging people all over the place, blowing up churches, killing men, women, and children, forcing other Africans and to kill other Africans for blood sport. You're bloodthirsty. But no, because, black people, we violent, We violent because, we have a conflict with each other and we kill each other every now and then throughout the United States of America. But don't act like white people don't do it either. Y'all love killing each other. Y'all kill each other at alarming rates. I'm talking about y'all go kill 10, 20 of y'alls at a time. You see what I'm saying? Y'all like to kill y'all parents, your mamas, your daddies, your grandparents for money. You see? Come on now, but no, the black people are the violent ones. Y'all want to point the finger at us, but y'all don't want to look at y'all selves. And I'm not speaking to the good white folks, because it is good white folks. I'm talking to your bad apples. I'm talking to you prejudiced and racist white folks. Like Lang, him. Yeah, him. That's who I'm talking to. So now, Lang, we gotta ask ourselves, who is the most violent, right? Who has killed more people than any other race on the world right now on this earth? Who has killed more people? White people. Look, I'm being 100. Y'all bloodthirsty. Y'all love war. Y'all love violence. And excuse me, hold on. Excuse me, y'all. I don't mean to say y'all, because that right there would insinuate that I'm talking about all white people of European descent. And I don't mean that. I'm talking to the prejudice and the racist ones. That's who I'm talking to. Because we got to understand, no matter what, even though it's some bad ones, there are some good ones. And the reason why I say that, because there's actual facts that during the time of slavery and stuff like that, there were white families that died saving us. Put their life on the line to hide us. You see what I'm saying? Help change a lot of these laws so that we can have the freedoms that we have right now today. We couldn't have did that by ourselves. We needed white people. Good white people. You see what I'm saying? But I'm talking to you bad, rotten, low down, dirty dogs. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all are violent, very violent, very violent. And you have a history to prove your violence. And I can hear you right now. Hey, hood educated. Hey, guy, that was in the past, right? Well, let me tell you something. Whenever I go to a courtroom, the first thing they want to do before they punish me for committing crimes, they look up my criminal history. And they say, hey, wait a minute, this guy right here ain't never committed a crime in his life. He might have made a mistake. Let's be lenient on him. We ain't gonna give him that much time. But then if they look at my criminal history and they say, well, god damn, man, you done shot him up, you done robbed, you done kidnapped, you done robbed again. Oh no, we body slamming you on the top of your head. You have a criminal record. You have a criminal history. And they judge us, criminals, by our history. So I'm gonna judge you, by your history. I'm not gonna ignore your history because you say, oh man, that was in the past. No, I know your history. I know what you did last summer. You see? Yeah, I ain't forgot about that. It's in my DNA. You see? But my people, even though we know what y'all have done to us and how y'all still feel about us, some of y'all, right? We still give y'all grace. We still ain't snapped and went out our minds. We still ain't did that. We still so caring and thoughtful that we would like to believe in our mind like, hey man, you know what? Hey, just forget about it. You see, we ain't gonna do them like they did us, right? We ain't even finna try to attempt to do them like they did us. And you know why? Because it ain't in us. It ain't in us to be like you. You bloodthirsty. You love death. You love all that. Gladiators and all that old type of stuff. That's your history. Bombs. Who wakes up in the morning and say, hey, you know what? I want to build something to destroy a whole city. You can't name not one brother that did that. It's y'all. Who wakes up and say, hey, I'm going to create a disease or a germ that's going to wipe out millions? Y'all do that. We don't do that. That's not our purpose. Our purpose ain't to seek, kill, and destroy and pillage. That's not our purpose. That is y'all. Y'all the one that went all over the world pillaging and raping and molesting. Yeah, kidnapping, robbing. That's y'all history. It's not our history. So I'm going to judge you by your criminal history. I know what you're capable of doing, and I ain't going to forget about it. I would be a fool to forget about the atrocities of slavery. I would be foolish. Man, look, brothers and sisters, don't fall for that. When a person tell you, hey man, that was years ago. You didn't suffer the slave. Don't fall for that right there. Because we have our ancestors' DNA in us. Just like they got their ancestors' DNA in them. You see? So don't you ever forget about it. Because these people are coming out right now and they showing us that, look, we don't like you. We hate you. We want you to go back to where you came from. That's what these prejudiced and racist white people are spewing out of their mouths. But they're not even, look, they're so mentally defected that how can you tell us to get off somebody else's land? Right? I'm not even going to talk about what y'all did to the Native Americans. We already understand that. Bloodthirsty, brutal. You see? And y'all got the nerve, this is our country, you go back to where you come from, and all that old type of stuff. Look, come on. Like, you cannot tell a white person that, hey man, look, you know, y'all took this land. You see? You can't tell them that. This is our country, you know, we won the war. That's their excuse. We won the war. We took it. We took advantage of it. But then when you put some plain to them like this here, you say, well, hey, look, check this out, man. Let's just say, you know, I broke into your house. We're speaking to a white person. I broke into your house, man, and you had a nice, fine mink coat that cost $10,000. And I stole that mink coat from you. And you seen me walking down the street in your mink coat that cost $10,000. And you say, hey, hood educated, that's my coat, and I want it back. And I say, nah, I took it from you. You see how that sound? It sounds dumb. You hear that sound? Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I took it from you, dog. You will argue me up and down. No, hey, buddy, that's my coat. I paid for it. I was going to leave that to my child. Hey, I want it back. That is mine. And I'm saying, hey, no, brother. I took this from you, man. This mine's now. It don't sound right. You see what I'm saying? But this is the type of people that we dealing with. And I'm talking about the racists and the prejudice. These are the type of people that we dealing with. They got a mental defect. And they don't care nothing about it. But they will point out your defects. They will point out your wrongs and make you look down on yourself, make you look down on your people. But they won't point the finger at themselves. Why? Because they believe in their mind that they are superior over you. And that you are inferior. And you gotta understand that. You got to. Whenever you dealing with the racist, the prejudice, but I'm talking about, you know, the worst, the undercovers. Oh my God. I get nightmares thinking about the undercover prejudice and racist white people. And the reason why they give me nightmares is because I understand that I got to deal with them. Going to the hospital, nurses, dentists, buying cars, buying homes. You see, shopping at stores. You see what I'm saying? I'm terrified of those. But Chud the Builder and Jake, oh yeah, I love them. Because they let me know what time it is. I can see them. They let me know what time it is. I know how to, hey man, stiff arm them. It's the ones that are undercover that I'm worried about. And you need to be worried about too. Because when they are undercover like that, oh my God, they can do so much harm to you. And here it is, you trusting them because of their profession of being a doctor, a nurse, a dentist, a mechanic, a car salesman, a real estate agent, an architect. You see? And all the whole time, they looking at you like, I can't stand you. I hate you. And you don't even know it. Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here. When I demonstrate like this here, they don't push this video. When I demonstrate like I just unfolded with y'all, they don't push them videos. So I need y'all to like and hype. And they possibly gonna demonetize this video. So I need y'all to donate if you can. Because when I demonstrate like this, if y'all go look at any of my videos, when I'm demonstrating like this, look how the views is so low. They don't push it. They don't want this truth right here to get up out there. They don't want me to talk like this. They enjoy when I talk about violence. They enjoy when I talk about the atrocities that we commit against each other. And I gotta manipulate that demonstration by at the end of the video, that's when I give the knowledge. You see what I'm saying? That's when I give, something that we can look forward to. You know what I mean? I can give a resolution at the end of the videos. That's why all my videos is like that. But when I demonstrate like this here, they don't like that. So I'm asking y'all, like, hype, and donate if you can. Now, let's get on Jake Lang. How in the hell did he believe in his mind, in his mental defected mind, that he was finna go to the home of the Black Panthers? Them brothers over there still got some of that DNA running through they blood, even though, they crippin' and blooding. Those things came from the Black Panthers. You understand what I'm saying? Before they was gangs, they was organizations, right? Positive, righteous organizations that looked after the community. I'm talking Bloods and Crips. But how did this man think that he was going to go to the home of the Black Panthers? But not just the home of the Black Panthers. We're talking about the home of the Brown Berets. Do y'all know about the Brown Berets? If you don't, look them up, study them. Those was the Latin brothers that stood shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow with the Black Panthers. You see? He thought that he was finna go to the home of these brothers and demonstrate that madness? No, you had young and classic brothers on his ass, putting these things on him, throwing stuff on him, took his signs from him. I can't show that type of stuff on my video because look, they already be on me, but I'm gonna put a lot of those videos over there on my other channel. So if you want to check that stuff out, if you ain't seen it already, click the link that will be pinned at the top of this comment section. Go over there, get you a membership, and check out the videos because they putting in work. They putting hands on them and everything. The man said, hey, I feel like they almost killed me over here. I got mobbed by a black mob. Help me. Right? And that's his whole play. Him and Chud the Builder, because it's a money grab. They understand if they touch the hearts of racist white America, that they can get a come up. It's money in that right now. It's money in being a white victim of black violence or brown violence. It's money in that. This man right here done made 200,000 on his first GoFundMe, right? Because of the stuff that happened down there up here in Minneapolis where I'm at. You see, the man raised 200,000. And why? Because he came up here to Minnesota talking that madness and got whooped. Damn near got killed up here. You see what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna try to show y'all just a little bit of that video, of some of that video. But I would have you know, in the video, they would have killed that boy if it wasn't for a brother, a compassionate black brother that told the mob, wait, hold on, don't do this, right? The man head already busted. He's scared. The police ain't nowhere around to aid and assist him. It's too many people out there. He about to get killed out there. A brother saved his life. Got the mob up off of him and a couple of other brothers. Walked him to the car. Told him, get in there and go. He got away with his life. And you know what he did in return after the brother saved his life? He said, that guy wasn't trying to save me. He robbed me. Cold-blooded demonstration. Check it out.
Ah, Jake, you thought it was a good idea, didn't you? Ah, Jake, you thought this was a good idea, didn't you? All that shit talking.
Just go. Let him go, y'all. Let him go. Hey, stop. Wait, let them go. Let them go. Try to go.
Leave it up. No.
Y'all just let him leave. It's not working. Hey, stop.
Hey, let him out. Let him out.
Oh my God. Try. Oh my God. Just try.
Stop. Wait, let them go. Let them go.
Hey, pull over. Hey, leave it.
Get out of here.
Leave it up.
Get out of here.
No.
Y'all just let him leave. It's not working. Hey.
We don't know him. Stop. Hey, let him out.
I just can't, right? Divine. I don't know how. I just can't, right? Divine entity. Now, at the end of the day, my job.
Way to be fucking brave and trying to fucking do something.
Yeah, my job. You know, my purpose on earth, and my spirit told me, I'm the son of God, right? A lot of people gonna think I'm lying, and I just showed you again.
They got you.
It shows you again that I don't have to lie, but I move off love and unity, and that's how Jesus walked. If y'all Christian, that's how Yahweh walked. If y'all Africans and y'all roots, Yahweh walked just showing love regardless of what somebody did to you. When they crucified him on the cross, he still forgave everybody for their sins, and they down there killed him. So it's like we can't treat hate with hate. Love overcome hate any day. When one motherfucker starts showing love, everybody show love. But if one person hate, everybody hate. It's a domino effect. Just like
flooded with their videos. I'm in public. Black people run up to me and are totally waking up. I think it's very encouraging that it was almost no black folks at these things, and the few black folks there were protecting you. I mean, let's give them a hand here. I think they've really woken up on average.
Well, I mean, even the guys that said they were protecting me, a couple of those ski masked up Muslims were trying to pickpocket me as they were escorting me out of that crowd. They're literally trying to steal from me, trip me up and stuff. So, you know, the true intentions of these people, they hate my guts, and I don't think that they
I'm
want
talking
to
about
see a
black
murder
people.
happen
Are
in
you
front of me.
denying that we've gotten triple the votes from black people for Trump? There's a black awakening, I think, happening.
Alex, I have two words for you. Irina Zaruski. Don't start with me on this type of like wishy-washy, we've got to coddle to these people that are murdering us 41-1. Alex, don't start with me with that, because you will get this internal fire in me that thinks about that video of Irina Zaruski, some dread-headed, absolute animal with 20 prior arrests that was let out because he was black by one of these woke judges to commit another crime and murdered Irina Zaruski.
You know, Jake, I think.
You see what I'm saying? This is the thanks that the brother get for aid and assisting a white-wing racist. No love whatsoever. These people right here are master manipulators as well. They want to be victim because they understand by being victim, they tug at the heartstrings of other white people that believe that they are victims. And the whole purpose of all this white wing, we want America to be great again, we want America to be white again, and all this old type of stuff. The whole purpose of this is because they are terrified that their own white scientists have told them that, hey, by the year 2045 or 2055, white people will be a minority in the United States of America. And they don't want to lose that power. They scared to lose the leverage. And the reason why they are so terrified of this is because they believe in their mind, if black people become the majority, if Latin people become the majority, or if Latin, black, and Asian and other, Samoans and other people become the majority in America, they believe in their minds that we will do what they have been doing to us for hundreds of years. And that's why they are so terrified. But their thoughts are all wrong. Their fears are all wrong. Because we are not those type of people. We have never been those type of people unless we were compelled to be those type of people. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.